Leo, hi, how are you? It's Lisa. I'm just coming in here so I can do a reading for you guys for March of 2024. And I'm so glad you guys could pop in and see me. I haven't been here for a couple months. Like, quick and to the point, I broke my hand and I had to have surgery, and so my shuffler was broke for a little bit. But I didn't want to miss this month either though, because there's like a lot of transits going on this in March. You know, there's like 5 planets changing signs, and Pluto is coming into Aquarius somewhere around, I want to say March 23rd. And it's not going to stay for that. It's only going to stay for like 7 weeks, and then it's going to bounce back to Capricorn for a little bit. So with the feelings of it, it's going to be, like we're going to get to taste a little bit of it, see what it's going to be like, and then it's going to back out again. But when it comes back, I'm not exactly sure if it's in July or November. I wrote both. Anyway, but not an astrologer. But it's going to be like 20 years. It's going to be a 20-year transit, and they're like, okay, that's first they call it generational because of how long it's going to be. So it actually forms generations in that time frame. Like it was in Capricorn for 15 years, and I think they said Scorpio was like 10 years. So, but that's enough time to form a generation. But there's going to be a lot of changes in that because Pluto's like the planet of death and rebirth. So it's going to be like almost like the collapse of everything that we know. I don't think it's going to be, I don't know, I can't say that or not, but things are going to be torn down and brought back up differently. They said your life's going to change, and it might not be external, it may be internal. But if your life's changing, you might, the reading I'm going to do is kind of like, almost like to clean the slate, see what you might need to get rid of now before March starts, or not before March, but when March starts, before the permanent transit of it is, so you don't have a whole lot of baggage going into it. At least it seemed like a good idea. I don't know if I'll do this one again, but for now, it seemed like a good idea. All right, Leah, let's see what we can find out. All right. Got the King of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Hermit. All right, well, let's look at this and see what we can find out. And I will clarify with another deck, and we'll pull a moon card at the end. All right, I think you guys can see everything pretty much. All right, let's see what we got. Well, this King of Pentacles energy is coming up as your energy, and I think it's more like where you're feeling very, very with it, very grounded, secure, disciplined, stable, and you're feeling really good in your space, which is that's a good way to be. All right. And then I have this 5 of Pentacles, and this is something that you need to get over, something that you need to be healed, that you need to heal from. Maybe 5 of Pentacles is like the feeling of being left out, being not, I don't want to say like profitable so much, but maybe if you had a hard time with money at some point, or if you had, an inner mindset of you weren't belonging in some situation, and whatever the situation was, feeling like you didn't belong. And you need to somehow be able to push past this and not keep this with you. Like, don't, everybody feels sometimes like that, where they don't feel like they fit in, and maybe, for whatever reason, whether friends stop calling, or, you're separated from your regular life things, or if it was money bad. So I think you feel like you need to get over this somehow. Okay. Now, with this 5 of Wands, it's interesting. It's what you might be ignoring. So has there been something in your life that is chaotic, Is there something where there's arguments where people aren't really talking to each other? They're just kind of maybe I always think of this as just like almost like people are yelling and or they're talking, but nobody's listening to each other. So have you been in that kind of situation where nobody's listening to anybody talking, and you are trying to ignore that? You don't want to be thinking about it. You don't want to talk about it. You're not acknowledging it because it might have been something that was going on, and you're like, I don't need this. I don't need to realize this, or I don't need to notice this. I'm not going to pay attention to this, and so you decide to ignore it, and it's just no, it's not going to go away. It's like that's always going to be there, because if you are putting like a block between you and other people, then you're going to it's going to come up somewhere. It's going to come up, and I feel like this is saying to you, you need to stop ignoring. Just you might all right, yeah, move on, but acknowledge. Don't sit with it on you, because it could be the long like you might be making decisions, choosing to like I don't know, oust people or not talk to people or just you want to be away from them, but that can be a continued process. And the things that go on, that's the other thing too with this Pluto transit. It's like they're saying these are not small time frame things. If this is something that you're going to sit with for this long, I mean, if you're going to sit with it during the transit, you're going to be sitting with it for like years. It's not going to be just like, okay, it's over. So it's better to face it now than not. And I feel like it's Ace of Pentacles. It's saying, well, what needs to change in your life that you're stubborn about changing? And with this Ace of Pentacles, this is about you being able to, having financial opportunities and being able to bring something into yourself. So maybe, and it's kind of like a stubbornness. So are you being stubborn about changing what you need to do to bring abundance, to bring opportunity? Are you refusing to, I don't know, maybe write another resume? Or are you not wanting to, answer that phone call that they keep leaving a message about? It's a great opportunity. Are you like choosing not to go into that because you don't trust it, you don't see what it's going to be doing for you, and maybe you just don't want to talk? And so it's like, are you ignoring it and just kind of like, are you choosing to ignore it even if you don't know about it? Like when, if you're not sure what's going on with it, maybe you should answer that phone, or maybe just, get on that website. Just do something to make it be a clear path that yes or no. I don't want to do it. I shouldn't have to do it. I'm not going to do it. Or, oh wait, that was a good idea. It can go either way, but you have to actually open the door to be able to let it in. Don't mind me, I'm actually checking my things. What do you need to do? Oh. This Nine of Pentacles. This is interesting. It's like, what do you need to get away from to make a clear path? Like, what in your life do you need to just say, you know what, no. So you're distancing yourself. Now, in this situation, this could be somebody, this could be a person, this could be somebody that you see as confident, you see as them very, very strong, very practical, they're grounded, they're stable, they got their shit together. Because I don't see this being a part of you, because why would you want to distance yourself from confidence? Why would you want to not acknowledge if you're really doing that good in life? If you're really doing that good, why wouldn't you want to acknowledge it? So I feel like this might be a person around you, or unless it's a situation around you, which again with this Ace of Pentacles, it's like, are you distancing yourself from the opportunities that would present you with this? I mean, you might not be all loaded with money right now, but maybe the opportunity is what would make it happen, but you don't want to be involved in it at all, so you're choosing to distance yourself from that. So it could go either way. So it's either, somebody that you consider that or that type of person, but you don't really want nothing to do with them anymore, or just the opportunity that might be presenting itself to you and you just really don't want to get involved in it. All right, you got this Queen of Wands energy. This is like strength of courage and confidence, independence, and this is your energy. It's fire, and this is something that you need to grab a hold of. This is you. This is something that you probably have or already do, multitasking and very independent. And so maybe you need to grab a hold of your own personal power, like what you are able to do, how you're able to do it, and being able to bring that in. So instead of feeling like, either you were left out or, you don't want to get involved in something because you're not sure, I feel like you're going to like take the opportunity to, be that person that you could like feel strong, and you can actually make the phone call and find out what this thing is about. Or you could actually say, okay, well, I found it, I don't want it. And you can actually feel strong about that instead of just ignoring it. And I think it's what's going to make you feel more complete, more whole. Now, you need to think really hard about things that you do, that you are grateful for. This could be your job, this could be your skills, this could be your life, your family, your friends. Just go within, take a minute, like separate, give yourself some isolation, not a whole bunch, but a little bit, and just sit and meditate on what you are grateful for. Things that you have, things that you can do, things that are awesome about you, just so you can get this confidence of this Queen of Wands, and you're able to, do what you could do to not have anything like left over. Like, I feel like this you don't want to leave things over that can go on forever. So, accept the opportunity or don't, but acknowledge it. Work out the argument or don't, but acknowledge it. I mean, I just feel like you just gotta open up and make things not be like baggage to go into this next new trade, world, whatever that's going to be happening. All right, let's see what about this Five of Pentacles. Uh-oh. All right, we got the Empress and the Emperor. Well, that's neat. I almost never see that. This cool little power couple over here. Can you see that? There it is. Okay, there you go. All right. That to me tells me you have the knowledge, the power, and the ability to be able to kind of like slough off that Five of Pentacles feeling. You are, it's not about you not being included. It's about you choosing not to be included. Maybe you put yourself in that situation where nobody really wants to buck you on it, but I feel like you aren't. It's not like, I think it's an internal thing. I really think it's like an internal thing, because you have the authority, you have the confidence, you have the courage. It's just a matter of you pulling that out and being able to acknowledge it. That's it. I think it's like all acknowledgement. Let's see, what about this Five of Wands? Got the Five of Wands again. Okay. All right, and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. That just screams to me that if you acknowledge whatever this is, it's probably something you have been lingering with for the longest time. Acknowledge it. Whatever it is, go to it. Get rid of it. Because guess what? Once you make amends, one way or the other, and however that is, again, it's not saying that you got to go grovel or anything like that. It's not even about, I'm going to go apologize. No, just say, acknowledge the situation. And then life will be, bygone be bygone, right? Bury the hatchet. There you go. Bury the hatchet. Don't let it follow you into this next year or next 20 years, whatever it's going to come out to be. Let's see. Anything else? I don't think so. All right, Leah, let me just pull a moon card and see whatever kind of good info we can get. The energy is gaining momentum. I really got to work on my lighting. The energy is gaining momentum. And what do you need to release? It's this Five of Wands. All right, you need to let it go. Whatever you have to do, just get it out of your brain, get it out of your existence. You don't need it. Move past it, and then, you might make a really cool transit with it. All right? All right, Leo, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you can give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I will be seeing you, if not in half a month, I'll be seeing you next month, all right? Take care.